I'd like to start off with this video by saying I am not a professional. Roughly 3 years ago, when I first bought my computer, I bought a GTX 660, and then pretty recently, I replaced it with this, the GTX 770. Shout out to Exynos for actually letting me buy this from him when he upgraded to the 970. And this is a good card. It plays all the games that I like. But, this is a better one. And I'm excited. It's the EVGA for the Win Edition. It's got 8 gigs of GDDR5 memory. It is super ultra double clock. It's got ACX 3.0. It's got all of the goodies. So I'm not going to take up any more of our time explaining this because I'm sure everybody knows if they're here. So we're just going to cut into the box, open, and see what's inside. The box is very shiny. That's the first thing I noticed, just right out the door. The entire thing has kind of like a foil finish, and I really like that, except it makes it very hard to record because it gets glare off of literally anything that looks at it. So if you're trying to record with one of these, it can be kind of a pain in the butt, just like opening the boxes, apparently. Okay. So I finally managed to get the box open. It's a very tight seal. It's right off the back, or right off the top, I'm sorry, you have the EVGA logo on top. There's a small hole right here which you can actually see into, and it has the what appears to be part number for this exact and the serial number. And so let's just open this up. And what have we here? What is this? Okay, this was supposed to be some paperwork, but it looks like it all fell out of the folder. What is this? Okay, so this is our promotional EVGA poster. I'm not even going to try to open that right now because it's massive. This is the graphics user guide, which also contains my Powered by EVGA sticker, or plate, actually. That's metal, as well as my graphics drivers. Information about the SLI, 2A SLI, information about the 900 and 1000 series for GTX cards, what appears to be some more stickers for enthusiast built. And so then we lift the foam, and there it is. Now again, this is the For the Win Edition card, which comes with RGB lights and ACX 3.0, and it's all very nice. And I'm going to try and do this without dropping anything. Let's see what else is in the box before we get any further. There is here an 8-pin power converter that goes out of Molex, and then another 8-pin power converter. So EVGA has got you covered. Even if you don't have twin 8-pin power connectors for PCI Express, they have you covered. They will supply you with some Molex power converters. So inside this anti-static shroud is the mother load, and autofocus on my phone is just going to get super weird. If anybody's wondering, yes, I am recording with my Galaxy S7 because I do not own a fancy camera, and that's the card. Beautiful. So let's go ahead and remove the protective film before we use. Okay, so I did finally manage to get all of the protective film off of the card, which was a nightmare, because it's like, it's under here, and it's around, and it's just very difficult. But now it's clean, there's nothing left, so let's look at the card itself, and it is absolutely gorgeous. We've got the twin ACX 3.0 fans, like I mentioned before, these two little, I guess, vanity plates, EVGA and GeForce GTX 1070, as well as the ACX 3.0, right up here across the top bar. If we flip it onto what we will inevitably see, you can see that it says EVGA GeForce GTX 1070 for the win. Here we have our 2A SLI, which is currently covered, and then of course a full metal back plate on the back. We also have right here a master and slave switch. I believe this card has dual BIOS, if memory serves me correct, and then we've got our two 8-pin power connectors, our PCI Express 3.0 lane on the bottom, and then on the front, this is going to be kind of tricky. Let's see if I can get my phone to focus. We have DVI dual link, 3 display ports, and 1 HDMI 2.0, which can give you 4K at 60 Hertz. It might even be 2.0A or 2.0B. I'm not sure. I don't have the spec sheet in front of me. So that's it. That's the whole card. It's gorgeous. I can't wait to install it. I'm super excited. It's a dual slot card and it's massive, and these sections here, these white sections along the front, are what actually light up with RGB. So I'm going to cut this and we're going to move over to the computer.
Okay, so now that we're in the computer, let's talk about what the GTX 1070 actually is. This is the EVGA for the win model, meaning it comes pre-overclocked, apparently by 7% according to Tech Power Up. It features 1,920 CUDA cores, a pixel fill rate of 42.9 gigapixels per second, and a texture fill rate of 107.4 billion texels per second. Comes pre-installed with 8 gigabytes of GDDR5 memory. I say pre-installed like you could change it. A bus width of 256 bits, and a bandwidth to match at 256 gigabytes per second. It's very quick, it is very efficient both in power and performance, and market value right now is kind of weird because there seems to be a shortage of 1070s, so I actually seem to have snuck in at just the right time to buy one. It also has full RGB lights, and the fans do not actually turn on until the card gets to a certain temperature. It has 0 decibel fans using their ACX 3.0 technology. So you're looking at double ball bearings and very efficient fans, and there's 2 of them, and the heat pipes are super nice and everything's very shiny. I've also popped into Tech Power Up's website using the lookup tool in Tech Power Up GPU Z to get additional information. It does fully support DirectX 12, as most NVIDIA cards do at this point. It is based on the Pascal architecture using the GP104 microprocessor. It's a dual slot card with a TDP of 150 watts, uses 2 8-pin power connectors instead of the standard one, and gains a 7% bonus clock to the GPU in both normal and boost speeds. It has 64 ROPs, and basically everything is higher because it has a small improvement. Your floating point is what actually seems to see the most improvement, moving from 5783 gigaflops to 6171. Moving from the 1070, I feel like this is going to be an enormous breath of fresh air, and I haven't even had time to test it yet, so I'm looking forward to coming back to you guys with some benchmarks and some performance reviews, not only at 1080p, which is what I natively run at home on my Acer monitors, but also at maybe 1440p DSR or 4K DSR, or what I'm really excited for, NVIDIA Surround at 5760, I believe it is, by 1080, because I haven't found a lot of those. It was very difficult for me to get any performance idea even. So I will be making a lot of those videos in the coming days or weeks, just depending on how long it takes me to throw stuff together. I'd like to have them be as scientific and accurate as possible, but mostly, like I said, I'm not a professional. I'm just here to have fun. This is a cool card. I'm very excited. That's why the internet knows about it now. So, if you want to subscribe, go nuts. If you want to like this video, go for it. This is just a quick, simple unboxing. And like I said, I will come back later and do some performance reviews, and that's really what people are going to want to see. So thanks again for watching. I'll catch you guys later.